Hi guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. Hope you're doing well today. So today we're going to be talking about my curse build currently that I am running. It's a bit of a weird one. It's not one that I've seen anyone else run, but it's going really well for me. I've had great success with it. I've been really enjoying playing it, open world and in like 5v5 Hellgates and things like that. It gives a little bit of a different playstyle to curse, so let's get into it and we're going to talk through what it is. So, first things first, I'm using the demonic staff. This swaps out with something else occasionally, which we'll talk about in a second. But I'm using the pretty standard setup: Vile Curse, Armor Piercer, Field of Death. I'm using Energetic just because we don't have that cloth chest. Obviously, the cloth chest does give more energy regen. The leather doesn't, so I don't really have the energy regen to handle this otherwise. And demonic is very, very energy draining with that Field of Death. So basically the idea behind this is I'm going to dot people up when we get close to a kill or we get some CC or anything like that. I'm going to lock it down with a Field of Death right on top of them and they're going to melt while not being able to keep themselves healed. It also is I can use it as a zoning tool if they're on my healer or on me or a clothy. It reveals invis, so like things like Hellgates, if it usually covers the entirety of the fight. If someone goes invis, I drop this straight away just because people can't do anything about it. You're gonna come out of invis. That's a lot of damage lost. I did it to a carrion the other day. He was running up to our team, ready to execute someone like with his heavy smash, really heavy burst. Put Field of Death on the floor, and he just had to fall back because he knew he wouldn't have the damage, and he was taking so much damage in return. The other thing I actually use occasionally is the one-handed curse. Again, running this setup. I do actually use a different helmet as well. So I run this with the. Typically, I run the shield. I can't. This is going to take a while. Typically, I run the shield. Just the normal shield because it gives crowd control resistance. Obviously you're not running cloth, which means your crowd control resistance is pretty decent anyway, but running that shield just gives you a little bit extra. People really can't root me with the amount of CC that's around right now. You get out of it so quickly. It's a really cool thing. So yeah, sometimes I run the curse staff as well. If I run the demonic, I run with Mage Cow, basically to give me more burst. Poison actually does a lot of damage, really underestimated amount of damage. If you put this on with the potion that I use, which we'll talk about later on, you're going to be doing just a ridiculous amount of damage. If you get a 4-stack Vile Curse on, with the Armor Piercer, with the Mage Cow poison, with the poison potion, you just do a ridiculous amount of damage. And for those interested in my rotation, it's typically 3 stacks of Vile Curse, Poison, Poison Potion, Armor Piercer, 4th stack of Vile Curse, Field of Death. And that is my burst rotation. It does a lot of damage. It's almost like unhealable. If you get the Field of Death on top of them as well, it's completely unhealable. You're going to die to that. If I'm using the one-handed curse staff, I actually swap over to the leather. I swap over to the leather assassin helmet for meditation. Meditation allows you to get 2 bombs off, so effectively what I do is I go to 3 stacks, bomb, 4 stack, assassin, meditation, and then as soon as the bomb goes, I put another bomb. I put 1 stack of Vile Curse up, I put another bomb up, and then I 3 stack the Vile Curses. And you get double Armor Piercer as well, so you fit Armor Piercers in there. But effectively, you can just double bomb someone with double Armor Pierce. It's 16 seconds of Armor Pierce. And you just, it's unhealable. This is really buggy today. It's just unhealable. It does so much. The Assassin Jacket, I always stay with the Assassin Jacket now. I was using the Mercenary Jacket, but with so many demonics, carrion callers, axes around, like purges to purge it off, there's so many ways to counter it. I just don't think it was as viable, whereas the Assassin Jacket gives you an extra flat 10% increased damage, and gives you the Inferno Shield as well. So I was only using the Mercenary for the Bloodlust. If I was going to use the Inferno Shield, I was always going to swap to the Assassin Jacket, and I just prefer it. I think this is better. Finally then we use the Guardian Boots. We use the Guardian Boots because we are still, if we got jumped on with the Night Boots, we're still very squishy. This allows me to have that Gigantify Potion equivalent effect without needing to use it. And I've liked the Guardian Boots for a while. I think they're a real strong boots, so yeah, I'm going to be using them. It's worked really well for me. I'm going to show you a clip in a second as well and talk you through What it is I do and how I play, and you'll see just how aggressive I can be, and it's awesome. In terms of food, I pretty much always run omelette. Omelette just allows you to do more damage because you're getting more vile curses off, you're getting more armor pierces, more poisons. You just get more everything. It's so strong. I think it is ultimately stronger than stew for curse in every situation. And again, as potion I either run sticky or I run poison. If I'm going for if we've got CC in the group, I'll run poison. If we haven't, I'll run sticky. The reason I run sticky is I throw Field of Death down, I put sticky on top, and they are not moving out of the way of that. Like, they're going to be stuck in it for a little length of time, and that's enough time typically that they either have to fight back, of which they can't because of sticky, or they have to keep piling through, of which they're just going to melt. I almost always blows a lot of like every cooldown is pretty much blown on that combination, and then we just win on cooldowns after that. Again, poison potion, if I get that off with my full combo, people just melt, of which you'll see that in the video in a second anyway. But let's actually move into it. So, as you can see here, this is pretty much the team I'm going to be running with. We run with an Arcane, One-Handed Frost, me on my Demonic, Blinks on the Glaive, and Shiggity running his Nature build. But let's watch. I'm going to talk you through what's happening. So we see the sort of gear. I believe we're running 6-1, they're running 6. There's a little bit of a gear advantage to us. We do split up at the start here, and it's not ideal, but they literally have just zoned into this Hellgate. Let's actually just... Sorry guys, it looks like you're only seeing like half a screen here. There we go, that should be better. Again, so we see everyone stack up. We actually do split here, which is really bad, but we do get a nice engage. Blinks goes directly to the back line. Now we see Pound Town already taking a lot of damage. So if you watch here, I've already stacked my Vile Curses up. So we're just going to stop it here. I've got Vile Curse, and I've got my Poison, and we've thrown Stickies underneath him. In a second, you're going to see the Poison Potion come out. Oh, sorry, the Poison Potion's already on as well. So he's got less resistance, and the Armor Pierce is already hit him. He's got so many debuffs right now. He's on 1.5k health. So he's got a lot of health left. He's in Gigantify. But just watch how quickly he melts once these Sticky Potions come down. So the Sticky Potion, the Demonic's on the floor, and he is dead. The healer just cannot deal with it. I actually do destroy his glaive there by accident. But he literally just can't deal with it. We have Flavor doing his mana drain just because he's OP. But at this point in time, I just get to be frontline all the time. They're focusing me really hard. But I've only used one defensive cooldown right now, and the fight is over. I've already got Inferno Shield left, so I pop it just as a bit of a backup defensive. My poison's already coming round again, so as you can see, I've got 3 stacks of poison on him, and the darts just tick so hard. But again, I can play so aggressive, so up front, take so much damage, and ultimately it just makes no real difference. I am just gonna beast on people, and that's why I like this build. Most people see Curse and they dive into the Curse thinking, oh, it's going to be an easy kill, we're just going to rip him apart. But ultimately, running this leather build, you're not going to be able to. They're so tanky. And this is why I like this build. I still ultimately, on the kill on Pound Town, we had King Silent did 55% of the damage, and I did 45%. Legitimately, like, I did almost as much damage as someone running pure DPS Frost. It's incredible. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video today. There will be another one coming out shortly after, talking about things like the PTR test server, patch notes and stuff like that. But if you've enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. You know the normal deal. We've already hit 2k subscribers. It is massive. So thankful for you guys for that one. So thank you for watching, and catch you later. Goodbye.